So the 2024/2025 campaign was nothing short of a disaster for Manchester United, who slumped to a scarcely believable 15th place finish, comfortably their lowest Premier League era, while also losing the Europa finals. Head coach Ruben Amorim, who assumed control in November, retained their full backing of the board, and that's been reflected in near over 200 million overhaul of the Red Devil forward line, with Marcus Cunha, Brian Mbeumo and Benjamin Sesko all arriving this summer. A fast start could be crucial for Amorim's future, yet nobody has a tougher opening 5 games than Manchester United. So according to Opta, according to what Opta said about this very game, Arsenal may well prove the toughest of those futures, like serious. Among all the futures that Manchester United is going to be playing, Arsenal has proven to be the toughest of those futures, with Gunners desperate to end their 2 decades. Almost 20 years long await for a Premier League title after a 3 successful second place finish. Many experts have laid to the blame at their inability to get over a line on the lack of a natural striker, in which they have gotten Victor Gyokeres. So I think the arrival of Victor Gyokeres this summer could change all these things. He will hope to make Arsenal 100th successful top flight campaign one to remember, and a statement win here would mark the perfect start, as well as their 4th successful victory on the opening weekend of the Premier League. So if you check the head-to-head history, nothing could separate those 2 heavyweights across 3 head-to-heads last season. Manchester United won 1 game, they lost 1. They draw 1 and they lost 1. The draw came at Old Trafford, where United have lost just 2 of the last 18 home Premier League meeting. They have won 10 and they have drawn 6 at Old Trafford, though Arsenal have scored on all the last 11 such visits to those grounds. So this game is going to be an interesting one, and the hot statistic and streak of this very match, I think Manchester United have won their first game of the Premier League seasons. At least they have managed to win their first game of the Premier League season more often than any other side. That is 22 times. They have won it 22 times, more than any other side. So this is the 9th successful league season in which United are at home on match day 1. So an all-time English top flight record. That is a good one for them. But that is not the fact that we Arsenal, we are going to do it tomorrow. So Arsenal kept 1 clean sheet in their final 7 match of last season. So they won 2, they draw 2, and they lost 3 as of last season. So Arsenal are unbeaten in their last 14 away leagues game. They won 7 and then they drew 7. That is an unbeaten run in the last 14 games in the Premier League. So key player to watch, and the missing player is Manchester United captain Bruno Fernandes. Remain a beacon of reliability last term, scoring in 2 of the 3 head-to-head against Arsenal. I think this guy will be of a great threat in tomorrow games, but nevertheless, one of which a free kick in the corresponding futures, the Gunners will look to Victor Gyokeres. Yes, Arsenal will be looking up to Victor Gyokeres for an inspiration up front, and he will be aiming to become just the 3rd player to ever score against United at Old Trafford on his Premier League debut. Yes, on his Premier League debut, and the first since 1997. It's not going to be easy. So let's watch and see how this tomorrow game will be. But Manchester United will remain without long-term absentee of Lisandro Martinez. He will not be available tomorrow match. With Mazuaye is also sidelined, and even Adriana looked to be fit for this one. But I don't think, despite missing preseason, I think Onana will be starting tomorrow's game. While Arsenal injury list consists solely on Lisandro Trossard. I think he's the only Arsenal player that is injured, and I don't know whether he will be able to play in tomorrow's game. Tell me your thoughts about tomorrow's game. Tell me your prediction about this very game, and tell me what you think that will happen in this game. And I think I'm very 100% sure that Arsenal, although it's not going to be an easy game, but I think Arsenal is going to overthrow Manchester United in this game. Thank you, and on to the next one.